there was a moment that I was so sick. I'm having a hard time breathing, and I said, like almost I'm going to die, right? At that moment of time, I think that what if I die right now? And in that moment, I didn't feel fear, but I feel regret that what if I die right now? Why am I still holding on so many things? Why am I still being so angry? My name, I'm Jenny. I'm from Malaysia. So I was diagnosed with stage 4 diffuse large B-cell lymphoma, known as DLBCL, when I was 27 years old. Back in year 2020. Yeah, and this one is my brother here. He's the person who have been taking care of me. I've been coughing for quite some time, like for months. At first, I thought that it was just a normal flu, but then the thing got worse, right? I started coughing out blood. Yeah, blood. I'm having trouble in breathing. Also, night sweat. And the other thing is I could not even lie flat when I was trying to sleep. And also having some pain in my lower abdomen. But also on top of that, right, also having some swelling in my upper body that I at the point of time I don't understand why suddenly my whole half body is getting all the swelling. And then also the lymph node in my collarbone here is actually solid, and you can actually touch it. But then at the point of time I still don't think there is something serious, but I just trying to ignore it. And then one part is my body will get really itchy. Like I still remember that time. It's like almost every day I feel my back is so itchy that I will get my mother and my brother to help me scratch every day. But I just thought that it's like normal. Yeah, it's a normal thing because everyone will get itchy, right? I didn't know that there was a symptom, right? Then after that, also sometimes I will get like fever, but the fever is very, it's like very weird. It's like a low fever, but the fever will go away very fast. And at the point of time, I thought that wow, I'm getting stronger now. The fever is, I can recover so fast. The fever will go away so fast. I thought there was something good, I didn't know that is a problem, right? And then after that, so I started to lose my weight very quickly, and then actually I have some hair falling out also, but for this one I didn't know that. It's actually my brother told me after that because my mom actually realized I've been having a lot of hair loss, yeah, hair loss. And then my mom actually secretly helped me to pick up all my hair from the floor, and then she asked my brother, and she actually told my brother about this.
Yeah, actually we kept in secret. That time we kept in secret because we were quite worried, and the whole symptoms is just feeling not right. But somehow or rather that we don't know what was happening according with all the sickness. So we thought of like it might be something which is quite simple to cure. So yeah, everyone is trying to avoid. I mean, we find a lot of way which is avoiding a severe kind of symptoms, which is severe kind of thing which is relating of cancer. Really on that.
Because we never think of cancer, right? So after all these symptoms, right, I still don't think that there's something serious. But until one day where I realized I couldn't even walk the short distance from my living room to my kitchen. There's only a few steps, but I'm so out of breath. I feel really, really breathless. And even though it's like just few steps, I cannot even walk to the kitchen. So that is when I feel that something is not right. And then eventually my family dragged me to see a respiratory doctor. Okay, but at first the doctor thought that it was a TB. The TB. And then she asked me to admitted for some testing and checking. And then at the night I was admitted. Actually, my brother is together with me to overnight in the hospital. Then until midnight time, there's a nurse came in and told us to inform our whole family to come to the hospital the next day. But then at that point of time, I still didn't realize there's something happening. I was like, it's only TB, but why are you asking me to get my whole family over? Right? I really never thought of cancer. Then anyway, but actually my brother did tell me that when the moment the nurse come and ask us to get our family over, right, he actually sense something is not right. But
Yeah.
but at the point of time I still don't think that there's something serious. So
We did ask the doctor, but the doctor didn't mention anything. He just trying to say that just get all the family members, whoever that you needed to drop by. Then I was still telling my sister saying that maybe something kind of the sickness that we have to make known to everyone. So just be, but in my heart, bottom of my heart, I will feel that it's something not right.
until the next day, I've actually got my CT scan done. So doctor came in and then they told us about what they have found out. So they actually found something that looks like tumor near my ovary. On this 11 cm on the right and 8.9 cm on the left side. So at that point of time, doctor suspected it was ovary cancer. Yeah. And honestly, that was terrifying, you know. My brother and I,
We got shocked.
my doctor said that it's better to do a biopsy on the lymph node here to take out something to do the testing. So after they did the biopsy, they find out is not ovary cancer. Yeah, it was actually lymphoma, which is DLBCL. So the lymph nodes, the two tumor is actually the lymph nodes near my ovary, which had become extremely enlarged due to the lymphoma. And suddenly, when we realized that it was actually lymphoma but not ovary cancer, it's very funny. We actually feel like relief. So does it mean that I know you take away my ovary? Right. Yeah. Because actually what we heard from doctor explaining to us that actually lymphoma is very responsive to chemotherapy. So as soon as we start the chemo,
The chances will be high.
the chances of the recovery is quite
yeah.
It's 60% for stage 4 cancer. And then that's why he said once I start the chemo, all the lymph nodes, all the swollen lymph nodes, they can screen. They are able to screen, right? So that's why you feel like, okay, sounds like it's actually treatable. And then later on, there's more tests coming in to confirm that this is lymphoma. And for my lymphoma, is already spread to more than 4 areas, including my heart, lungs, my abdomen, and also my ovary. Total, there's 4 organs being affected. So that explains so much, like on all the symptoms that I have previously, like all the neck swelling, short of breath, all the difficulties in lying flat.
At the point of time, she did nothing. She was laying on the bed and just sitting down there, emptiness. So what I did was I gave her a hug. That I was telling her, saying that whichever happening, I will be there. I mean, we are be there because the whole family is there. So the point of time was she had a very depressed of thinking, saying that I might be dying. This everyone having with the first impression. I might not cross over, even still the doctor was saying that it might be there. it might be 60 or 40%. That was the first point of time. After that, the motivation coming from all the family member, and I was telling her, if you need to shave your hair instead, together. I shave it, so just be together. No worries on that. Let's fight together. It will be done whichever instead of it. So just a hug, and family was there. So I think family gave her really much of the motivation to be going on. But at the point of time, she really tough and brave. She faced it. She really faced it. She just cried for about 15 minutes. I think 10 to 15 minutes.
Yeah.
She stopped. Then we were discussing about what are the next treatment to be done. So really on that, I mean, brave. Really brave.
Yeah. I can say that I'm actually slow to react. Like I didn't cry right away.
Yeah.
Like what my brother told just now. Yeah, I actually cry after like for a while. Yeah, I broke down and then I cried because I'm scared that I become the burden of my family.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. She
Yeah.
was.
Then actually they ran out to the ward outside the ward to cry
We
together
cried
with
out.
my mom outside the
Yeah.
room.
Oh yeah. We never cried in. We cried
Yeah.
outside. I just told her I'll hug her. Then after
Yeah.
that I went out. And I actually was crying. Actually I cried for about 1 week. And then more than 1 week. I mean I was suddenly crying in my room. Yeah. And she had done nothing from all the bad habits. Non-smoking, non-drinker, non-alcoholic. But in the end is she got it. So I was like so stunned.
I went through 6 rounds of R-CHOP chemotherapy together with immunotherapy, and also I have lumbar puncture to protect my brain and also to do the test for cancer cells in my spinal fluid. Then I also went through an stem cell transplant. It's a autologous stem cell transplant. Yeah. So right before the transplant, I will receive the investing injection to boost my white blood cell. Yeah. So that they can collect enough of stem cells. And also there's before the started the transplant, right, they will also insert a line here at my collarbone. It's a central line that was surgically inserted into the largest vein near my chest and my collarbone. So so there's actually there's a photo inside the album so on the center of the line. So they could use it to give me chemo and also all the medicine and also the stem cell infusion. During the whole transplant treatment, I need to stay in the hospital for an isolation for around 1 month. So he's the one me staying in the hospital together with me for 1 whole month. And then because during that time, actually it's not only during transplant but also during all the chemotherapy treatment, my immune system was basically zero, and I had to be very 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 careful with all the hygiene and food. So actually, especially after the high dose chemo, right? I think the there's a side effect like I have ulcers all over my mouth and through all the way down to my abdomen. So right after the high dose chemo, I cannot eat.
Yeah.
Even though I'm hungry, but I cannot swallow. I don't see this cancer as something bad, something terrible. Actually, I treat this illness as a gift because, yeah, at first everyone thought that cancer is so terrible, right? But actually, looking back now, if it's not because of this illness, I'm not who I am now. Yeah, because but looking back now, I feel like for this illness, it actually gave me a new life. It actually changed me completely, like spiritual awakening. Like during the treatment, right? Um, during the whole treatment journey, I actually had many moments that I feel like there's something bigger is guiding me, that like there's some light shining into my life, like opening a new door. So the right after this illness, right, actually I started exploring all the spirituality things. Like I actually went to learn tarot and went to learn some energy healing stuff, Reiki, Akashi record. I even started to go for yoga retreat, which I never thought last time that I will go and do this thing. But now all this become a new direction for me. Also, if also because of this cancer, my way of thinking, like how I see the world, it all changed. I started to realize that there's a lot of things that we used to worry about. Actually, it doesn't matter that much. In the end, you cannot bring anything with you when you die. The only thing that stay with you is your experience, your memories, your emotion, and your knowledge. So that's why, um, like there was a moment that I was so sick. I'm having a hard time breathing, and I said, uh, like almost I'm going to die, right? At that moment of time, I think that what if I die right now? And in that moment, I didn't feel fear, but I feel regret that what if I die right now? Why am I still holding on so many things? Why am I still being so angry? Right? If really I die, if I really die one day, I want to leave this world with peace in my heart and go with happy memories instead of all the unhappy stuff. Yeah. So life is too short to hold on to heavy things. What really matters is how we live, how we love, and how we feel. That's what we can carry with us until the end. Right?
Yeah, it's true. Because before the sickness, right, she used to be a kind of quiet girl. It's very quiet
Yeah.
and pretty emotional.
I keep
Why?
everything in myself.
Exactly. I mean, there will be 1 day, 2 days, right? Looking at her directly, then she will be into a sudden crying. Just cry in front of me. I mean, I know nothing. I was got shocked. I know nothing from that. So pretty much into a keeping quiet girl, pretty silent, not so much of talking out and voicing out. And during that disease, the cancers, and during chemotherapy that time, we shared a lot. And she let go a lot. She really let go a lot. She would be start thinking about the life will be just as 1 day to be 1 day. So today I'm off, then why not have enjoy for this today?
First of all, I would like to let the others who are having the same situation like me, I want to tell them that don't be afraid of chemotherapy. Yeah, especially if you have been diagnosed with DLBCL, lymphoma, it actually responds very well to chemo. Once you are diagnosed, the best thing you can do, the best decision is to go for treatment right away, as soon as possible. Just go and do it. And look at me now. I went through all the chemo and transplant, and I'm here like jumping around so happily, right? So chemo is not scary at all. Yeah. So if let's say you are worried about the pain from chemotherapy, we actually have the chemo pod. Talking about chemo pod, I also wanted to thank you to my doctor that actually at that time when I was first diagnosed, I was having swollen on my half body, right? That could not find a way to insert the chemo pod on my body. But yeah, normally they will insert the pod here, right, on the chest. But at the point of time, they cannot find any veins that to insert the chemo pod. So they insert the chemo pod at my thigh. Yeah. So that's why I really thank you, my doctor, for thinking about this, that insert the chemo pod near my thigh. if not, without the chemo part, I think the process maybe will be a bit more suffering. So if you are very, very worried about the pain from chemo, just go for the chemo part. Yeah, go and install it. And then also, like the other stuff is like, don't ever waste time to go for any natural therapy or herbal treatment. No, never. Don't waste your time on that. Just go for chemotherapy.
I mean, this one need to be mentioned. You can do that. I mean, you can do for health supplement, the natural, and the natural one is when your body is still fine. I mean, your body is able to dilute and dissolve all the things, right? But when there is a cancer cells over there, it won't help. I mean, go look for doctors. This is very important. Yeah.
Yeah, and also to fight this battle, right? You must eat a lot,
Eat a lot.
enough.
Yes.
To keep your strength up. Don't be afraid of food. Eat well, eat fully. Just make sure it's cooked. Because if you don't eat, you will just where can you where the chemo? So the chemo drugs will attack our cancer cells, right? They also eat away our body's protein. So if you don't eat enough, your body do not have enough protein to fight. So where will the chemo find enough protein to burn if you're not eating? That's why some of the patients they are getting more and more skinny because they don't eat enough. So eating is so important, right? And also you never the mindset to go through on this cancer battle is also very important because you never see yourself as a cancer patient. Yeah. You must believe in yourself that you can recover and you are stronger than you think. Because for me, right, I'm actually quite slow to react or maybe sometimes I'm a bit blur, but for my mindset, I never think myself as a cancer patient. I just treated my situation like just something normal, like food poisoning or I'm getting pregnant because all the side effects is like getting pregnant, right? Like you feel so nauseous. Yeah, you can't eat or sometimes you feel like so dizzy. Yeah, there's some painful or maybe some water retention. I just treat this like some normal food poisoning symptoms only. So I never see myself as a cancer patient, right? And then that's why I think this mindset actually helped me a lot throughout the whole journey, right? And so have to trust your doctor, and most important is trust yourself.
The patient needs a lot of support. You have to really be as deep in the heart and sincere towards them because they know whenever you're trying to hide. I mean, they know whichever you not telling them with the truth. So do whatever you wanted. Give them the sincerity. Give them a full support. But most importantly is the care. The care is very important. I mean, the care is not much of it. The whole process for them, it will be tough because we always mentioning that the medication treatment is just part of it. Partial of it or majority of it is the emotional impact. So give them the positive emotional. I mean, they were there. And again, company is very much important. Of course, there will be part of the people who will be lone ranger, which is fighting one. So be yourself to be positive because I really seen towards my sisters transforming from one of the timid girl into a brave girl. I mean, go on that. Things happen for some reason. So accept it, change it, and face it. I mean, very importantly doing this.
Yeah. Everything happen for a reason.
For a reason that we always say on that.
What we can do is just to accept it and face it, and then
life goes on.
Yeah.
Yes.